Welcome back to Terminator Genisys Rise of the Resistance. We're playing with the Guardian Terminator, who's in our red player. We are playing with Kyle Reese, who is in the yellow, and Alex in blue. We currently just have one T-800. It has been stunned by the net gun from Alex last episode. And so we get to decide right now in which order our characters are going to take their turns. I think we're going to start with our T-800 Guardian. So first thing we do, of course, we're going to be rolling the dice. He picked up a nice machine gun in the last episode. He's got a grenade, high explosive rounds, and a machine gun, of course. All right, let's get to the dice tray. We're going to roll up his action dice and see what he gets. All right, rolling up his action dice, and let's hope for high numbers, and, well, okay. He gets a 1 or 2. You know, there's not many enemies on the board, but all right, let's get to it. Let's use his dice and see what he wants to do. Well, as you can see, we do have 2 waypoints in here. One waypoint is right past this blue line here, and we have a supply crate as well. So the first thing we're going to do for our Terminator is we're going to use the 5 for a move action. He can move up to 5 spaces. And is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. He can get adjacent to this if he needs to. So he's going to go 1, 2. He's in this zone, but there's no waypoint. 3, 4. And the second he moves in there, we are going to check the waypoint. So I'm going to put the 1 die on him. He has 1 movement remaining. You can interrupt when you're doing the waypoints. All right, we have waypoint Charlie. Oh dear. All right, we're going to check the book. I'm going to see what waypoint Charlie has to say. All right, I'm just going to read it through the book here. Incredibly, we found a room of sub-level 3 that still had power drawing on nuclear generators far below the surface. There were found charged plasma weapon packs and sealed fuel drums we could use for the truck. It wasn't a crate of T rations, but it would definitely get us closer to achieving our mission. As we began lugging the supplies outside, the whine of an approaching HK drone made us all duck for cover. It has located us, the T-800 said after it was gone. Reinforcements will be here soon. All right, this waypoint token represents supplies to be gathered. Flip enemy entrance Charlie over to the heavy side. Oh, come on. This is Charlie. So this is a waypoint of supplies that we need to pick up. So that's a good thing. This, though, I do believe is Charlie. Yep, this is waypoint Charlie. It flips to the heavy side. The heavy side now has a 3 and a 4 on it. So when we roll for spawning, if we roll 3s and 4s, they're going to show up there. So now we have, if we roll a 1, 3, 4, or a 5, we get spawns. All right, our Terminator has 1 movement remaining. He's going to move right here beside the waypoint token and beside the stunned Terminator. And he's going to take his number 1 die, and he's going to put it on his special attack space. And it says, attack up to 2 adjacent enemies, roll 3 attack dice, and apply the results to both. All right, so he's going to use the 1 on there. It doesn't have any special abilities if you use any other dice. So he is adjacent to this stunned T-800, which can be attacked. It's not a problem there. The nice thing about attacking a stunned enemy, they do not get their reaction ability because, well, they're stunned. All right, our T-800 Guardian's going to be rolling 3 dice. Attacking this guy, he has a defensive 3. Let's get to the dice tray and see if he can just smack him down. All right, it's a battle of the T-800s. All right, we're rolling 3 dice. He doesn't get his reaction. We're looking for 3 hits. He has a defensive 3. Come on! And, oh, perfect. So this doesn't count because he's stunned, so we just ignore it. And our T-800 Guardian does 1, 2, 3 hits, 3 defense. He crushes that the stunned T-800 is crushed under the boot heel of our Guardian T-800. All right, so our T-800 walks right up and crushes this one. To the back of the conga line it goes. All right, he still has a couple of dice remaining. He's going to, ooh, this is difficult. He's going to go ahead and use the 6 as an interact because to pick up the waypoint, which represents supplies for this mission, we need a 4, 5, or 6. So he'll spend his 6 on that, picking it up. So now we have 1 of the 3 that we need before we need to head back to the truck. Just put that onto his player board. and he has 1 die remaining, which is a 2. And he'll put that on movement. And he'll try to... Well, he could move next to the crate. Does he want to do that? Or not? I don't know. The next... Oh, yeah, you know what? The next 2 enemies for him are drones. Flying drones. So you know what he's going to do? He's actually going to go 1, 2. He's going to be really bold. He's moving right next to the spawn point. And right next to this. For his next turn, maybe he can pop that crate open and get some more goodies. Alright, it is time to spawn enemies or reinforcements. Get the dice tray. I'm going to be rolling up a couple of these red dice and see what we get. Alright, it was a pretty good turn so far. And spawning, we get a 5 and a 6. You know what? 5 and a 6 is not bad. We don't have any 6s on the board. Nothing spawns there. We're going to get 1 enemy at 5, and the 1 enemy we're going to get is a HK-8 drone. So let's put that at spawn point 5. Alright, so spawn point 5 is right here, next to our truck, which we have to escape in. I'm going to zoom out a bit. It's going to be moving 8 spaces trying to get to our closest character. Alright, and the closest character to this hunter killer is Kyle Reese, who's right here. So it's going to be going 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think it can see Kyle, but anyway, its range is only 2 for attacking. It's quite a long ways away. That's the end of our Guardian's turn. That was actually pretty good. So let's figure out who we want to have going next. I think we're going to have Alex go next. And I think we're going to have Alex go next because we're going to try and get Alex into this waypoint, see what it is. It could be bad. And then maybe backtrack him back to the door. He's the best one for trying to open our door. We'll leave Kyle Reese to the end to go ahead and see if he can take out any enemies that maybe spawn on Alex's turn. Alright, so for Alex, we're going to roll up his dice. Alright, let's see what he gets. And to reiterate for Alex, Alex currently has a plasma rifle range of 8, a net gun range of 2 to 6, and an EMP grenade. So, yeah, let's roll up. See what he gets. Come on, high numbers. Oh my god, that's garbage. Alright, holy jumping. Alright, that's bad. A 1, 1, 2, and a 6. I mean, we do have a rank token. We can use it to reroll. We could reroll the 3 of those. But currently, I don't think we need to do that. So let's figure out what we want to do with his dice. Alright, maybe we're living dangerously. We're going to take a 6 and we're going to use it for movement. So he gets a move of 6. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. He moves into the location with the waypoint. We get waypoint Echo. Alright, I got to get the book out and we're going to see what waypoint Echo has to say for itself. Alright, let's take a look at waypoint Echo. And it says the mission has been successful so far. We found priceless supplies that would be vital in our continuing fight. Although time was burning, grabbing everything we could was too important. We hauled our precious stores outside and hurried to the truck when John pointed at a huge dust cloud in the horizon, heading straight for us. They're coming! The waypoint token represents supplies to be gathered. Flip enemy entrance Echo over to its heavy side. Oh man, Echo gets flipped to its heavy side. That is supplies to be gathered though. So let's flip over waypoint Echo, and Alex still has 3 dice to use, 2 and a couple of 1s. And waypoint Echo is the one right by the truck, and it gets flipped to its heavy side. So now a 5 and a 6. We'll spawn enemies here. Ooh, they're coming. Alright, Alex still has 3 dice, and let's get him using them. Alright, this is going to work out pretty good. So he's going to use the 2. He's got 2 movement slots. That's his second movement. So he's going to move 1 and 2 adjacent to waypoint Echo. And then he's going to use one of his 1s on his special ability when using the interact action space. It's one of his 3 special abilities. You may change the die to any face. So I'll just make it a 6. And then we're going to interact with Echo, which means he picks up these supplies. Cool! We have 2 of the 3 supplies we need before we need to hightail it back to the truck. Right on. He still has 1 die left, which is a 1. And let's see. he's going to put that 1 in his other special slot. This die must match an enemy entrance. Any character can discard this die to use its value instead of 1 reinforcement die roll. So he's going to put the 1 in the slot, and the 1 reinforcement space is here. So if we roll, say, a couple of 4s, we can change one of the 4s to a 1. That should be better. All right, that was Alex using up all of his dice. Now we have 2 supplies. Wow, what a great turn so far. And now it's time to spawn some enemies for Alex. And now the only thing that's not going to spawn is a 2. So let's see a couple of 2s. Well, we get 1 2. All right. Oh, this is actually perfect. So the 1 2 spawns nothing, but we have a 4. But you know what? We're going to change the 4. We're going to use Alex's special ability. We're going to change it to a 1. Cool. Oh, that came in so handy. And we're going to see why that's going to be very handy here in a second. All right, that ability of Alex's is awesome. So the 4 spawn point would have been right here. And the next enemy coming out for Alex is a T-800. So it would have come out right here and shot at our Terminator. But we changed the location to 1. And the 1 spawn point is over here. Perfect. And this door, this blast door, is still sealed. So now it is time to activate and move Alex's enemies, which is way over here. And he's going to, yeah, we can see that. He's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to try and make his way all the way around because the door is closed. Awesome turn. All right, up next, Kyle Reese, who's standing right here, ready to go. And he's got, of course, his 4 dice ready to roll. Let's get rolling and see what he's going to be doing on his turn. All right, let's roll up Kyle's dice and high numbers. Oh, wow, that is pretty much garbage. But I mean, we can use his rank. You know, we're not going to use his rank token. He's just going to live with that. Wow, a 3, 3, a 1, and a 2. Let's figure out what he wants to do. Oh boy, all right, that was not a great roll. But the first thing he's going to do is going to do a 3 move. And his ongoing ability is, of course, you do not pay additional movement points to move through rough terrain, or the yellow terrain. So he's just going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. We may be backing our way out this way. Maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. That was his first use of a die. His second use, he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6 away from this hunter-killer. He's going to spend that on his plasma assault rifle, which has a range of 6, rolling 3 dice. If you use a 5 or 6, you get to re-roll a result, but he doesn't have any 5s or 6s. So he's just going to use that garbage die there on his plasma assault rifle, doing a straight-up attack. 3 dice attacking the hunter-killer. Alright, he gets no special, although Alex's special, or not Alex, Kyle Reese's special ability, if he rolls a fist symbol, that adds a hit. So let's see what he gets. 3 dice against the red hunter-killer. And, ooh, that's actually perfect, because he gets, if we take a look at everything, he gets 1, 2, 3, because fists give him an extra hit. So he does 3 hits. The drone rolls for defense. He gets one of those symbols. And one of the symbols, dodge. If at least one Terminator symbol is rolled, when defending, cancel 1 hit. Haha. So we cancel this hit. However, what's left over is 2 hits, 2 defense. Guess what, hunter-killer? You are blown out of the sky. So Kyle takes out that hunter-killer. Yep, blowed up real good. So the red hunter-killer, back of the line, it goes. Destroyed. Kyle has a 3 and a 2 left. And, oh, what does he, man, we're spreading out a little too much, I think. We're going to go ahead. Yeah, he cannot shoot at the Terminator. So he's going to go ahead and use 3 as his movement. So let's get him moving 3 spaces. Alright, I think we better try and get our guys back together. So we're just going to go 1, 2, and 3. We're going to move Kyle back there. And he has a 2 left, which really he can't use. He can't shoot at anything. There's nothing. He can't shoot through the wall. So his 2 die is basically not going to be used, and that's going to be the end of Kyle's turn. But now, of course, yes, it is time to roll for reinforcements for the Terminators. So let's get out the dice tray and see where they spawn. And this could be potentially bad. We don't want to see any 3s and 4s. That's for sure, because then our friendly Terminator is going to get shot at. No 3s and 4s. Alrighty, this is good. So 6, we have a 6 on the board. But we don't have any 2s. We're getting so lucky with spawning, and I should have never said that. Alright, we're going to spawn an enemy on place 6, and that's going to be a hunter-killer next in line. Alright, we get a hunter-killer showing up in space 6, a yellow one. It will move 8 spaces towards the nearest character, which I do believe is Kyle Reese. So let's back the camera out and get that hunter-killer moving. Alright, the hunter-killer is on his way towards Kyle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's as far as it gets, and it needs a range of 2. It's way out of range. I don't think there's any line of sight there at all. I don't believe so. Oh, maybe there is. You know what? There is line of sight, but there's no range. Alright, that's it. We're going to back the camera out, and we're going to wrap up our episode for today. Alright, so far so good. We have a T-800 Terminator on the board. We have one hunter-killer. That's it. Wow. Okay, things have been working well so far. Haha, he said. We want to try and get our characters together, I think, next time. Strength in numbers kind of thing. Alright, so thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes, dislikes, participation of any kind really helps out my channel. Really appreciate it. I'm really having fun with this game. This is actually a really fun, light skirmish game. I like this just as much as I like the Tales from Red Dragon Inn. Very cool. Some really cool designs coming out in the last bunch of years. Love it. Alright, so far we've got 2 of the supply crates. We need 1 more supply crate. We have a waypoint here and a waypoint here. I hope that's not the one. But again, they're randomized at the start, so we don't know. Everything's good. Nobody's taken a wound yet. I can't even believe it. But this is the opening mission, so we'll see what happens. We've been lucky with the spawn dice as well. We got 2 of our waypoints now flipped over. We flipped the 3rd one over, and we're going to get a spawn on every die roll. So thanks so much, and we'll see you tomorrow for the continuation of Terminator Genisys Rise of the Resistance. We're playing Mission 1, Gathering Supplies.